in March 11th, 2013. Familiar date?
Well, I think I know it, but I would if you asked me when it was,
It was the morning after the biggest majority Malta has ever seen in 55 years.
Yeah, at the time.
At the time, 55 years at the time. I'm not gonna ask you the general question, how did it feel? Because okay, it was nice, but did you expect it? Do you expect that number?
Look, the rational me will tell you yes. I'm being, extremely honest here. But it's not about rationality.
Mm.
It's because the numbers were saying that. In truth, you don't believe it until you see it. But the numbers don't give you, at least in my case, they didn't give me some sort of euphoric feeling. They gave me, I, I, I felt, I felt a huge burden, and I say a huge burden as in it's telling, it's something that you need to shoulder the responsibility
And you were young at the
for.
time.
I was 39. So I think that the person who really nailed it when he wrote about it was Tony Blair and in his memoir. He said two things on the first thing, about seeing the numbers. He had a similar experience. He said you come from background, and he equated it to football, where England always play well, but Germany always win on penalties. So he equated Labour to that, like Labour in 2008. The British Labour Party had a very, very close scrape with victory in 92. They had everything lined up for them and they lost. So they had been out of government for more than a generation. So I could equate myself to that sort of phrasing. The second is that no one comes in and gives you a textbook. And
I was about to mention it.
no one
You
will
read
tell
my
you.
mind.
No one will tell you, this is what you need to do, guy. No, you have obviously the civil service that will take care of certain things. But at the end of the day, you know that you're pretty much on your own.
I can't imagine how your life changed. Life changes when you're appointed in these situations. From what we see as the general public, from you being okay, you had you went to politics before that, but when you're prime minister, many things change with regards to your personal life, family life, all around. So literally, you woke up as prime minister the next day. What was that day like? Okay, it was you're happy, you appointed by that
The truth
number.
is, I don't remember 1 minute of that.
Wow.
Absolutely. The first thing I remember of all that was, and it's not because I was drunk or anything. I didn't have one drop of alcohol on the day. I couldn't get myself to do anything. I pulled out a scrapbook with notes I had on. I like to be prepared for many things, and I had written down a number of things that should be done, needed to be done, priorities,
As soon as possible.
security issues. I had a good call with Dr. Gonzi on the morning. We always had a very cordial relationship between us.
At a respectful way, though.
Extremely respectful.
Can you take us through the conversation a bit? Just a brief.
It was a very cordial conversation. I don't think I can say what he told me, but
Was it a good luck message?
it was a good luck, but it was the tone was a sincere tone. You know, it wasn't spiteful. It wasn't sort of, I'm doing this just because courtesy wants me to do this. He wasn't condescending, and I appreciated it a lot.
It felt humanly, from what I
Yes,
can
and it
understand.
wasn't the first time. We had, during the time I was leader of the opposition and he was prime minister, we had quite a number of extremely candid discussions. And I must say, I liked the guy. I still like him. As in, it was like the sort of, um, if we put a boxing parallel, it's, he is a tough opponent. He is the toughest opponent I ever had, politically, for sure. Great, delivers speeches in a very good way. Great in TV debates, whatever people say. You need a very sharp mind. So he was like in boxing, he was a boxer that I knew could knock me out at any time, but I could do that too. And I relished those fights. I relished that sort of interaction that made maybe other matches look boring. I don't, I've been there. This is easy. I know that he will do this. He will do this. That's easy. That's the guy I want to fight again, because he was
From what I can understand, and I see it in not only Malta, it's the political aspect of things. Your opposition is not your enemy, but it's your opponent. That's how I see it. So, okay, you both see Malta in a different aspect and view. So it's not about, I'm right, you're wrong. You both see it in the right way, but one can see it better. And then the public chooses. So the nicest thing that can happen in politics is being friends with your opposition, but then the better man wins.
Yes,
It's like a sport at the
I
end of
don't
the
think
day.
it's easy,
with regards
but
to
yes, I had that relationship with Lawrence Gonzi. I didn't have that relationship with Simon Buzutti. With Adrian Deliat, he was at the time much more focused on his political party, to say the truth. But coming back on the day, the first thing I do recall was me thinking, let's get over and done with these, swearing in, celebrations, and so on, because we have many things to do. We need to go. We had the excessive deficit procedure with Brussels. We need to go for the EU summit. We need to start negotiations to let us off the hook on a number of things. Unemployment was on the rise. There were, it wasn't easy. I needed to convince, after convincing people, I needed to convince the economic players that this 39-year-old kid could get it done, which wasn't easy and which wouldn't be easy. And I knew that in doing these things, there is a 3 to 6 month window where, unless you do things immediately, we need to start working on a new power plant, changing the whole energy infrastructure.
You're mentioning big things. Did you ever feel like it was too big for you?
No, I wouldn't say too big.
In quiet moments, not just okay, we're going to work.
I loved it. I loved each and every moment of that. It's an experience of a lifetime. It's something. So I don't look back neither in anger, to paraphrase the song, nor with some sort of nostalgia. It's a phase in my life that I enjoyed, and that I'm glad that I'm still 52 and I have at least another phase in my life that I can do more exciting things.
Hey, I'm Luca, and this is our clipping channel. On this channel, we're going to be sharing some of the best clips that come out of the conversations from our main channel, Champions Connect.
If you want to see more clips understanding success, stories, experiences, subscribe. But if you want to see the full conversations and you want to learn the story and implement that into your life, subscribe to our main page, Champions Connect.